old is he?
6, he's little.
Okay.
Yeah.
How do you approach that with your girls?
So my girls, it's a little softer. I need to show her that when you feel in a certain way, a man can come out of his man brain
Mhm.
because you matter.
Okay.
So if I can listen to you, and my
Mhm.
wife's helped me for this. It's like
Mhm.
this is not something that I just born with.
That's
Like
true.
therapy, like
Okay.
marriage have helped me, and being around a house full of girls to let you see that our brain is
Yeah.
so different, and it
Different.
shouldn't be a fight that we think's different. It should be a understand that we were made different. That you have such an important part. That if you was just like me,
Mhm.
this shit wouldn't work. And if I was just like you,
It
that shit
wouldn't
wouldn't
work.
work. I
Yeah.
can hear you. I can say, I can take on your mind. I don't want your mind, but I
Right.
want to get deep in it. So when you speak of something, even you might not have the words, you might have like a half story, but
Yeah.
I'm able to know how you think to then respond to what you need, not what I need. Don't treat people the way that you want to be treated. Treat
Right.
them the way
That
that
they
they
need to
They
need to
be.
be
need to be
treated at
treated.
that
Yeah.
time.
Clint, your son the youngest?
Yeah.
Yeah, same. Okay.
So
So it's different when you got to
talking
take
about
away
that.
that don't be like your sisters.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. You are
So
not. You are not
talking
You are
them.
about
not
that,
them.
I understand a lot of people feel that there are two different ways you raise girls and boys,
Hmm.
right? I only have a girl, right? You
Hmm.
Right.
said you had a boy,
Yeah,
right? Do you have
so
kids?
no kids.
Okay.
Hmm.
So,
I just have three guy sons.
okay,
Look
okay.
close.
Yeah, baby.
So, do you think there should be different sexual expectations when it comes for our young men versus our young women?
Mm,
And then, regardless of what you believe, how do you think that affects them as they become adults?
I wait.
I
that's a
feel
good
like
question.
I want to
Hmm.
answer that because I grew up in a house with three older brothers
Mhm.
and a little sister,
Mhm.
and it was very much so double standard.
Mhm.
I grew up
Sorry.
No, it's good.
I grew up on double standard
Okay.
household.
Mhm.
So it's hard because I do have a son
Mhm.
and I don't know what the conversations were like with my brothers and my parents.
Right.
I know the conversations were
You had.
what it was like with me,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and then like later on in life having that heart to heart with my dad and understanding like yeah you didn't see those conversations, you don't
Mhm.
know what we was telling them, and my parents would tell me that because I would have that main character syndrome, and
Mhm.
I'll be like, well, y'all just attacking me, y'all never
Mm-hmm.
disciplined them, y'all only disciplined me.
Hmm.
So
How far apart are you from your brothers?
there's one that's a year older than me, then there's one that's 2 years older than me, then there's one that's like 4 years older than
Yeah, I was
me.
basically back to back
Yeah,
almost.
back to back
Mhm.
to back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I am the oldest of all boys,
How many
right?
boys?
Four.
Okay.
Four boys. And it goes 8 years younger,
Oh wow, that's a big gap.
Oh,
That
you.
is.
15 years younger,
For real?
17 years younger, 26 years younger.
Damn.
Yeah,
So how
26
old
years
are
on.
you?
I'm 33.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
okay.
Yeah.
Was this daddy that was
Daddy got the
yeah,
last
yeah,
three.
Yeah.
okay,
Daddy,
okay,
yeah,
okay.
flanging
Daddy
meat,
got the
boy.
last
Daddy
three.
flanging
Your
meat.
boy must take
But
your
it was all
boy.
about one woman, but Daddy got the last
Okay.
three.
Okay.
But the reason I ask that is because the reality of the situation, right, is that there is a difference, right,
Mhm.
when it comes to the sexual expectations of how we're going to treat our boys and our
I'm sorry.
girls. We
Yeah.
would prefer our girls to hold on to their purity as long as they possibly can,
Mhm.
where society and even individual households will promote boys to go out there and
To show
experience
them that
life,
they a man.
to become a man.
Mhm.
But I feel that there is still trauma that's happening, right, when we do that to our young man and even when we do that to our young girls, right?
Yeah.
Because you're telling your girl that you have to be pure or you're worthless, for
Right.
one.
If you lose this, then there's nothing
There's nothing else
that's nothing else
that
out there
that you
for
can
you.
equate to, and
Yeah.
for a boy it's like experience as much as possible, but when you do that you desensitize him.
Yeah.
So then when he actually runs into something that may be good for him, he
He
won't
don't know
know
how
how
to
to hold
treat it.
on
Yes.
to it
Come on now.
or keep it because he's constantly on that I'm on the prowl. And it
Mhm.
usually takes for him to lose something good, right,
Mhm.
before he gets into this is just the experience,
Yeah.
Yeah.
before
Right.
he's able to get to a point where he's able to accept something that's actually meant for him. I feel like he
And
has
to
to
be
go through a
kept.
growing, yes, a
Yeah.
growing phase. Go ahead, Law, because I feel you.
Yeah, cause so
I
look, this
feel
has
your
been,
heat from over
Right.
here.
but no, but this has literally been a topic of discussion on shout out to Brothers on King Talk. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? We've been going through this the last 2 weeks,
Mhm.
and here's my thing. It's a phrase that I say all the time. I teach my sons not to be fuck niggas, and I teach my daughters how to avoid fuck niggas. You get what I'm saying? So it's not necessarily about telling her
love that.
to keep her purity or telling him to go out and do this, this, and this. But I tell him operate with integrity, respect, and protect yourself at all times. You know what I'm saying? Because we're all adults, right? We
Yeah.
know good and well the whole wait until you're married is a myth.
Is a
You
myth.
can't point
You
out
do
one.
not gonna
You're
have
right.
it.
You can't point out one person you know that did it. Your mama didn't do it. Your grandmama didn't do it.
Nope.
None of that shit. So stop with this narrative that you're pushing and tell people the real.
Yes.
Right. So my thing is the reason why it's looked as boys are told to go and get it. No, the thing is, in order for a man to have a woman accept him like that, he has to make something of himself. So if you're teaching a man to make something of himself, then you're expecting him to have those opportunities. So you're teaching him how to protect himself while doing that. I want to raise the one that is looked upon as if he's that guy. You know what I'm saying? If you're
Facts.
coming up behind me, I feel like you're going to have certain qualifications that you're going to have to fight them off. Just it is what it is.
So then, if
Mhm.
you're telling him to make something of himself, that has nothing to do with sex,
It-
right? It has everything to do with him building himself, finding his purpose. And usually, for a man to really find his purpose and focus on his goals, he needs to leave sex alone because that's a distraction.
Is
Is
it?
it not?
I personally don't think so. Look, I personally don't.
Listen.
I personally don't
I got
think
next.
so. So look,
Okay.
here's something that my father was saying. He put this in any kind of aspect. When he found out I was smoking weed, you know what he said?
What do you say?
Smoke the weed. Don't let the weed smoke you.
Mm.
It's the same
Control
thing with
it.
pussy.
Control the
Make the
hoe.
money. Don't let the
And
money
make 'em-
make you.
Listen,
Chuck.
Bitch,
listen.
make that money,
You know what I'm
honey.
saying? You don't. If you're gonna have sex, don't let it run you or ruin you. You know what I'm
Don't
saying?
don't let it be what you need.
Like it's something that you are going. It's going to come across your path. So you need to
Of
understand how to navigate in that scenario because you don't want your son to fall into one and that's all he knows now, and now that's his world. Nah, bro, that's gonna fuck you up. You know what I'm saying? But if you understand how to navigate through those emotions, you understand how to navigate through those that testosterone pumping through you, making you want to go get it every second of the day, then you learn better. You know what I'm saying? Now, as far as when it comes to women, you need to understand as a young girl, men, it's pumping through them. That's what they're going to come after. They'll tell you anything, they'll say anything, they'll do anything to try
To
and get
get
that.
that.
So you need to make sure you understand that and operate accordingly. Respect yourself, treat yourself as such, as the queen that you are, and understand what. Read the room. You know what I'm saying? So that's
No.
that's how I look at it.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. So with mine, I think what you said, like, yo, build that boy up. So he should have integrity, as in you having all these things. Like, what do you before you sleep with her? Like, what are you processing? Like, are you taking from her? Are you depositing to her? Why is she so freely available to you? Is it trauma there? Is she taking you off your path? Like, are you
Right.
bringing
She
stuff and like,
distracting you.
do you have time for it? Is the urge and everything is gonna be there? But if you are building a man of integrity, he asks those questions and he's like, yo, I am putting myself in this position. So the women will come,
Right.
but it's like dick integrity too. Like, yo, like my stuff is just as precious as your flower.
Literally.
And I know that your flower is precious and I'm gonna treat it as so. Even if it's not you as the person, it's me as the person. So you can be out here promiscuous, that's not gonna affect me. I have discipline and I'm able to see, yo, that's too easy.
Yeah.
Why?
Wow.
What are you missing?
asking
What
Right.
didn't you get? What did you get way too much of?
Yes.
Am I?
What didn't you get
What
enough
happened
of?
to
What
you?
Yeah, like
didn't you
what?
get enough
Like
of?
ask those. Is it just too easy?
I wish somebody would have asked
If
me
you
that.
too drunk, like no, but if it's too easy, you too drunk. If you let everybody,
Yeah.
you not a hoe. You are traumatized, and so I want to have a son that sees that and say, like, you know, in school I'm disciplined, in my body I'm disciplined, in my mind I'm disciplined, in my meat I'm disciplined.
You
So
know, you want your son to never be the one that wants to join in on the train.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my
You feel
God.
Oh my
But,
God.
and that's
Oh
and
Lord.
listen,
Yeah.
Please teach
listen.
these kids
Yeah.
that.
And that's what I'm
Hello?
saying. I've seen it
And
growing
you
up.
want your
And it
girl
was
to never
never-
be the one that feels she needs to
She
be a
needs to be the
part
part of
of
it.
it.
Listen,
Yeah, like what are you
listen,
missing?
something
Love.
happened.
That's what she meant.
Right, something happened to where they felt like that was okay,
Yeah.
and that's what you want to prevent.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? On both sides. I don't want my sons no part of it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I don't want my daughters. God, you know
Right.
what? In the
He like,
But God forbid your son go
his heart
anything
break, he couldn't even finish the sentence. You know what? But I also think it's important, like you stated, of course, integrity, right? Making sure that they have all of the knowledge before they get out there. But I feel like there's also a spiritual aspect to it. And really letting them know that it's not only you sleeping with someone, it's you exchanging energy to
Yeah.
someone. It's you taking on their trauma.
Yes.
Like you stated, if you don't know what they're going through and this is someone that's suffering with a lot, you don't understand how, like, swapping bodily fluids,
Yeah.
how you are taking on all of that trauma and demons that they're dealing with now onto you. Now you was a happy person, you going throughout your day angry, depressed, you going through all of this,
Right.
you know, issues, and you don't know why. You know, you trying to figure out what's wrong with you, but you keep letting people into your vessel. I think that's also really important for us to teach to children, because that's not talked about enough,
Yeah.
right?
You know what is talked about though?
What?
Good energy, good people. Y'all know what it is. It's your boy Law, and this is the Facts and Law Pod Show. Listen, I got some great guests and my guest host, Ty from the Shy. You know what I'm saying?
What's
Ty, tell them a little bit about
up?
you and, you know what I'm saying? What's up?
Y'all already know it's your girl Ty from the Shy, okay? Back once again,
Yeah.
okay? He
Look
love me
different
so
this
much,
time,
he just
though.
keep bringing me back. Every time I'm gonna look different, so get used to it.
You did.
All right. So I am so excited to be the co-host on this show today. Y'all already know I rock out with my own little podcast, but it's always a pleasure to be a part of a pod show.
Family.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Happy
yeah.
to be here.
Yeah. So, you know, we got a good show lined up, but what I want y'all to do is make sure you go to the Facts and Law Pod Show on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, what else? Whatever, all of them. We out there. But listen,
Everything.
make sure you like, follow, subscribe, get in them comments, because listen, I got time. You know what I'm saying? I got time. You say something I don't like, I'm gonna let you know about it, and my guest's gonna let you know too. Right now, to my left, I want her to introduce herself. We have Miss Vash. Tell the people a little bit about you.
Hi, my name is Vash Ty. You call me Vash. Well, I don't really know.
Yeah, I don't know. You know how you end up on the show tonight?
How did you ask?
There you go. Straight like that. Right. There you go.
He asked you for a reason though.
Right.
And I'm sure. Why did you ask?
Well, because, you know, you usually, you know, pretty active on the page. I see you, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, hey, if you're in the city, you want to come through, voice your opinion. You ain't got to stay in the comments. Come through. You know what I'm saying?
So say that on the video.
You're
Like,
right.
live, with your chest out.
With your chest.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't mind, but I'm here. I'm here to learn. I'm here to listen. I'm very quiet. I'll do what I can.
Appreciate it. All right. Now, to the left of Vash, we got my good brother, Glenn. What's up, bro?
What up, killer?
Tell the people a little bit about you, bro. You know what I'm saying? How you end up here?
A little. All right. This been my homie for a minute. Used to be coworkers. Just always been like a gem to me, like a good brother, like a real good solid brother that I trust. And so, man, I've seen him doing his thing. I'm doing my thing on the other side. So, with the time when we actually be able to come in, like chop it up with him, I'm always gonna say yes to it.
Let's go.
A little bit about who I am. I'm a photographer. I curate events. I co-founded the #1 art collective in the city of Chicago for the last 4 years.
Okay.
And I am an art curator now at 3 cities. And a teaching artist. So I teach photography to shorties.
Let's get it.
Yeah.
All right, and now to the left of Glenn, we have my homie. She's also Facts and Law family. Brianna, tell the people a little bit about you, and you back.
Hey y'all, yes, this is my second time being back. It's been about a year, and that year flew by so fast. But it feels good. It's always good energy, being around and having good conversation with good people. You can always feel the energy off back. Like, soon as somebody walk in the room, you know if it's good or if it's like, And it's been all good.
So you're in Good Energy Studios.
Yeah.
True. Plug.
All right.
But yes, I am. My name is Brianna, and I work in the healthcare field, but I also do makeup on the side as my other job. So Berry Beats book with me. Okay, underscore Berry Beats underscore on Instagram.
Let's
Okay.
get it. Let's get it. So, we've had a little bit of the warm up, you know what I'm saying? But I kind of want to change directions a little bit. And, I don't know how y'all feel about it, but this is a statement I've been saying for the past few months, and I stand on it. And that statement is, I feel like Drake is the new Ja Rule. Listen, argue with your mama. Argue with your mama. That's how I feel about it. Drake is the new Ja Rule.
I got one battle for you.
What?
Not even Ja Rule. He the new Rachel Roselle.
Who was that?
That was the white chick who said she was black.
Oh,
And
Oh
went to the
my
NAACP.
God!
Rachel
Dollars
Dollar
all,
yeah.
whatever.
That might be a little far.
But-
That might be a little far,
So,
y'all.
so when I say, but look, when I say he's
To the
the new
culture.
Ja Rule,
Okay.
he's the one that you picked the battle with the wrong one.
Yes.
You lost
Yeah.
terribly,
Terrible.
and it's gonna be hard for you to
Terribly.
come back from. And we're seeing it like day after day.
Oh my
You know what I'm
God.
saying? And he's getting cornier and cornier. Hey, fun fact: I've never been a Drake
Drake is
fan,
getting corny.
but I've
You've never been a Drake fan?
but I've also never been a Kendrick fan like that, right?
Oh.
So this is the first time I'm like, okay,
I
Kendrick,
like that
see you.
perspective.
You know what
I
I'm
like.
saying? Like
okay.
real talk. Like,
What?
but listen, Kendrick is 50 Cent in that boy.
Yeah.
He is.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
He is.
And
Say Drake.
Yeah.
and you see how it's spread like wildfire
Yes.
all over everywhere, and it's gonna be
Yes.
hard to come back, especially when it's a whole lot of evidence out there
Yeah.
of you being
of you
a
being
pedo,
and
a
then
weirdo,
more
a groomer.
people, yes, are
Yeah.
coming out and backing Kendrick's allegations, and it doesn't make it any better that he had a whole concert with Drake and he on the stage with bullet wounds in his jogging
Yeah,
suit,
it's corny.
looking extra corny.
Cornball.
That was terrible. But see,
Yeah.
I was a Drake fan,
I was a
baby.
Kendrick
In
fan.
college, old Drake.
I was
Come on
listening.
now.
I was listening to Kendrick, J. Cole, and Drake.
And Drake
through
all the
college.
time, literally.
Those are my
All through
top
college.
three.
And I
And
was a
Lil Wayne,
Degrassi
Lil
fan.
Wayne up there.
So it was like seeing him go from Degrassi to becoming Drake was like, okay, you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
now it's just a sad season. It's sad to see this all happen the way it's happening.
You know what I heard you say? She
What?
said I was a Drake fan. You
Yeah.
heard that? Listen, y'all know I don't miss nothing.
Yeah.
Listen,
Cause
words
the corn
mean
on that
things.
car.
Yeah,
That's
no,
too
it's
much.
getting too corny.
Yeah. And he's too.
Wait, yeah, come on.
I was gonna say, I feel like it's only corny if you're really actually like following along what's going on. Because I feel like I'm still a Kendrick fan and I can still be a Drake fan. I can still listen to everybody's music because I
Yeah.
don't pay attention.
Okay.
What
don't
the
either.
freak is going on?
Okay.
I don't really care.
I get the subtitles. Like I'm not reading the book.
Look how many people who still listen to R. Kelly.
Oh, well,
But listen,
his music is timeless.
I've been in the
I'm
in
sorry.
the
That's what I'm
music
saying,
field,
though.
I've been playing. I used to play instruments since I was 10.
Okay.
Going to
Right.
college, so I've been in music like all my life.
Yeah.
But I've always been like a soft R&B girl.
Mm.
Kendrick, I'm not really that big into rapping or listening or paying attention to
Right.
like what
Oh.
exactly is being said.
So you're not
So
gonna like
I'm-
Kendrick.
I don't think
They
so.
just not
You're not gonna
by
like
now,
Drake,
by default.
that flow. I'm in the shower.
Yeah.
I'm in my
Mhm.
fifis.
I was listening to camera.
Cam, I know what you're talking about.
I
Camera
was
The song is so
Yeah.
good.
But even that with
I have no
Drake
idea
though,
what song
So
he
good.
completely viewed women differently. When he coming out
Yes.
Drake, he was for y'all. He didn't care about being soft.
Right.
Now this nigga might as well be like, bitch, this you hold like he-
Literally.
the
he
way that he
changed
talks
his whole
about women now, he
vibe.
don't fuck with y'all no more.
He,
Like when he
but
used
he's
to.
trying to become
The-
a real hip hop artist. You get what I'm saying? Because man didn't rock with Drake
Yeah.
in the beginning, and now he's trying
He's
to
not
get
hip-hop, though.
man
He's not
to get on his
He's not
side,
hip-hop.
but he wants to be.
He's hey when he
That's the
go when he
problem.
raps though, like I can't be like, yo, this nigga suck. Cause like
No,
when
he
he
definitely
gets the
don't
bar,
suck.
like he will go crazy. My thing with Drake is it's like, yo, the same thing you said, like, yo, I'm Kendrick, yeah, cool, we respect him, but I'm not about to down for these niggas. And honestly, no, honestly, like
Literally,
Drake got his
everyone.
ass crushed. Like he did get his ass
did.
crushed. But if I had to have like, yo, you're having a birthday party.
And you got to play
And you
somebody
only
full
can have
album or
one
something.
artist there, like those two playing their music.
I would play
What
Drake.
would I want my birthday
period.
party to
Drake.
be?
Drake.
We
I
put on
feel-
the podcast now.
Yeah, I
would
feel
be
like Drake will have my
It would be
shit
Drake.
lit, so the girls are okay.
Yep.
The nigga, it's still some shit for the niggas
Yeah.
over just a straight Kendrick,
Yeah.
but culture wise, yeah, boy.
But
I'm
if
not
you
that-
talking
I
about
can't rock with you.
lyricism, like what they're saying, does it mean something? Does it have multiple meanings? Kendrick gonna win every single time.
Yeah.
Kendrick is a lyricist.
So Drake ain't really
Skill
talking about
or
Well, Drake is
skill
also
or taste of music, because I think Drake can go toe to toe with
Skill.
skill, but his mind of what he wants to rap about is bullshit. It's the same shit that
That's
when he
what
first
I'm
came out.
saying.
Women from the ages of maybe 20 to 30, his
no,
go-to
no, his,
market.
His age group is like 14.
Oh,
But no,
It's the shot.
yes, the shade.
Shot.
The shade.
You
But
feel me?
on some real shit, like Jay-Z people grew with him, right?
Yeah.
right.
Drake doesn't have a desire to mature.
He
He's
doesn't.
gonna say the same shit in different ways, but is he amazing at it? He is. So him
Yes.
versus Kendrick, lyric-wise, it's
Lyrics
close, but the
by
mind of
itself,
what you want to rap about and use that skill, the taste level is so different.
I feel you can compare them and say that Drake is so much better as far as artistry, right? Like, can I grab an audience? Can I get them vibing? Are they going to want to play my full track in the club? Drake going to win every time.
He's lyrically,
But
cool.
listening to what he's saying, does it mean something? Is it impactful?
No.
Like, that's the
Ever.
thing I like about music sometimes.
Mhm.
Sometimes I want it to mean
What they
something.
say, he talk about people. Drake music is for people who get hoes. If you
Yeah.
don't get hoes, then you
Not
gotta-
even
I
that.
feel
He
like-
ain't necessarily Future.
I feel like Drake.
You know what I'm
Drake
saying?
music
Like,
is for people that Drake music is for people that buy hoes.
oh.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta remember Drake. Look, Drake is also like the biggest thief. You know what I'm saying? All he does is steal. Yes. I got some videos I can play. Listen. All he does is steal styles. You know what I'm saying? That's
Eminem,
all he does.
Soulja Boy.
What's the dude? His
He
big
just had
Hotline.
Blaze the other
What about Hotline Bling?
Literally stole that
Oh.
shit from Buddy.
And he just did it again to the same dude, to dude, Cha Cha, right? You know what I'm saying? That's his
Wow,
name.
shit.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Really?
The Hotline Bling song, he stole it. You gotta remember, he
And then
claimed
Erykah
to put.
Badu stole it from him. Sorry.
You know what I'm saying? And he just that's what he does. He's a culture vulture. You know what I'm saying? He's very good at that. You know
And
what I'm
that
saying?
top, and he's
Yeah.
throwing,
And he is
and
good
he's
at
throwing
it.
shots
great
ever
at
since
it.
he made it to the top. He's been throwing shots at everybody else for years.
And you can't
Untouchable.
Underhanded.
And then he
fucking
pissed
nigga
off.
bitches.
Who he
Yes.
just
No, he pissed off because now what and the record label has done for him, now they're
They
doing
doing
it for
it for
Kendrick,
other
and he's
people.
like, oh hell no,
And
it's
right.
not fair. How dare I'm too
not
light skinned for
fair,
this. I am way too beige
Nah, he
for
bringing
this
out
shit.
his white Jewish hat on that one.
Yeah,
Like, oh no, I'm calling my
yeah.
lawyer. Right,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly.
Oh,
I'm
hey,
calling
I
my
take back
lawyer.
that little hat. I know y'all Jews don't play.
Right.
Shit.
At
Yeah.
all. At
You know what I'm
all.
saying? So yeah, you know, I just wanted to kind
Like,
of put that out there. So, you know, as I said, Drake is the new Ja Rule. I'm
Yeah.
standing on it. You know what I'm saying?
Is he
See-
done?
You see his numbers
No.
declining. Look,
He not done
Look,
though.
Right.
Ja
Ja
Rule.
Rule done.
Hey, Ja Rule wasn't
Ja
done
Rule
immediately
was-
either. But the more and more shit he put
And
out,
who did y'all
the
really
more-
get into it with?
50 Cent.
50,
Oh,
yeah.
shit.
And Ja Rule was like, you
And
know
he
how
was
as
on
somebody,
everybody's
you ain't even
Yeah.
shooting for him, but you just happen to be right there.
Yeah.
It wasn't even for Ja Rule.
nah, he
Ja
put his-
Rule, no,
he-
it really wasn't for
he
Ja
put
Rule.
himself in it.
He
though.
said
Yeah.
that though. He kind of put himself in it, but that's only because he was under what's the dude name that
Irv.
just had
Irv Gotti.
Irv
Yeah.
Gotti.
Which-
And
He had
the
to.
shots
Next
was
point.
really for Irv,
Yeah.
but Irv a producer. I can't
Yeah.
come for you, so I'm come for your hottest,
But-
your
but
hot
look,
artist
look,
right
it
now.
wasn't just so. Here's the
Cremated
thing.
that boy.
It wasn't just the you know, Irv and Ja. So that kind of brought me to my next point. Do y'all feel the boy 50 Cent was bogus for going as hard as he did?
No.
No,
And this is why.
Go for it. Go for
No,
it.
this is why. Just like the same reason why
No.
I expected. Remember
You was waiting for that
no,
question.
because I talked about this before.
Mhm.
Same like 'cause that same shit with Gucci Man and Jeezy. How he like, yo,
Exactly.
you tried to kill me,
Yeah.
and if you ever try to kill me, it's up.
Forever.
Like it's so you die. I can't be like, oh, you tried to kill me. We ain't
You
fight.
think I'ma
You ain't.
change?
You tried to kill me. Yeah, may you
I ain't
rest
gonna
in
never,
peace.
I ain't
Like
gonna never
yeah.
trust you.
Now look, I've had this conversation before,
Mhm.
right? And I felt that it seemed very immature the way he responded, because it's not just Irv Gotti. Right now, Irv Gotti gone. So these shots you throwing at him, it's not hitting him, right? He's not impacted. His loved ones are impacted. His children are impacted. The people that cared about him are impacted by this situation. And I just feel that 50 Cent, you are too high up to be bringing yourself back down to something. Now, yes, did he try to kill him? I hadn't even known that when I
Yeah,
first
that's a
had this
real
conversation,
thing.
okay?
Yeah.
He did try to get him assassinated. That was like 20 years ago, though. And since then, since him coming for you, he has consistently declined. So the universe already did the work for you. It's no need, or God, whoever you want to believe in, it's no need for you to then come back afterwards and be like, hey, smoking on you. Like, come on, bro. I just felt
So
like
what?
it was
Somebody
unnecessary. Some things you don't have to give
She
attention
not
or energy
wrong.
to.
It's 50
You- it
Cent,
should
though.
be-
That's what I'm
I know.
saying.
Out of
Like,
every people
we
in
know
the
who he's
world,
talking
it is
about.
not
But
out
look,
of character.
At least he consistent.
That's what I'm
He's
saying.
very consistent.
I just
consistent.
reposted one of his stories of him talking about Joe Budden. I mean,
Really?
What's his name? Joe Budden.
Yeah, Joe Budden.
What's
It was
his name?
it was Joe
What's his
Budden.
name?
The one he into it right now.
It was Joe Budden. The naked.
Meat,
you know.
big meat. Big meat.
No,
Joe Budden.
Yeah, Joe
Joe
Neck,
Budden.
hey, in his drawers right
He
now on his
giving it
page.
to everybody.
Joe
Oh
Budden.
my God,
It's like, who do 50
I,
like?
that?
You see,
I live for that.
I'm gonna keep it real. I'm big on keeping that same energy.
Yeah.
You dig what I'm saying?
100%.
Yeah.
And so, like, it's a couple
That's
things.
what
So
Stump his
when
granny
50
out.
got
Fuck
shot,
that.
right? When 50 got shot,
All them
it was
times.
behind Supreme.
Right.
Supreme is who funded Murder Inc.
Right.
Irv Gotti and them was running around, ha ha, laughing, he, and all that. And they jumped the man in the studio,
Yeah, they
stabbed him. You know what I'm saying?
Tried to take him out then.
That's what I'm saying. And so it's like, oh, you think I'm gonna have sympathy for you? Nigga, if it was fuck you in life, it's fuck you in death.
And it can be
Yeah.
right between you and your gas at your house,
What?
not in front of the camera.
Yes.
You feel me? Like, do we have to put on a production and give that much energy to the situation? That's all I'm
But
saying.
what if it'll
At
take
what
no
point
energy
is
at
there
all for them to
growth?
do
Right.
Listen,
So
It
for
don't
you,
have to, but-
question: do you think that if he wasn't famous, he can let the shit go if he didn't have it? Because initially, if it worked, then generational wealth is destroyed. So
Right.
if he dies at that point, his family lineage would
It's
have
done.
never been this.
Yeah.
So,
you're right.
but therapy, he needs to let that go. Not for the respect of his people. It's like, yo, I need to say, I'll let that go. It's not a threat. I
Right.
need to live. I need to let my spirit and my karma and shit grow.
Yes.
So I'm letting you go. You don't get a pass.
You
You
don't
don't get shit. You release
I
because
don't
I
forget.
need you to be
I
released for
I
me.
can
Yeah, I
forgive you
forgive
for
you.
me,
Yeah.
but I won't forget. You get what I'm
You're not
saying? That's how
supposed
I
to.
feel.
That
Like,
comes with growth,
you don't
though.
have
That comes with
right,
growth.
and I feel like he
Yeah.
doesn't have
y'all
that
see my
part.
I'm
50 Cent, where is the growth in character? You've grown in every other aspect of your life, but your character
It's a petty thing.
is so
It's gonna be
consistent.
like
It's
that.
like you've never gone past
look, I'm gonna
20.
keep it real. I can't look. I'm gonna keep
I'm
it
with
real.
it too. Like you gotta.
I'm that look.
That's crazy.
Listen,
I love
am
therapy.
that tight.
If
I'm
he don't
gonna
entertain, who gonna
I'm gonna
Then-
keep
then-
that same energy.
But okay, Law, then-
you can't change my mind.
Then let's take it a little deeper. 50 Cent is also an advocate for black communities, right? And saying how we need to be better. But then you use the exact same narrative
But he don't
and the
mess
stuff.
with
Hold
nobody
on,
who don't mess with him,
Listen
though.
though. He gonna say, I'm smoking on that Irv Gotti pack. Isn't that what the young guys in the black community do
He said that.
when somebody
Yeah,
from an
he did.
opposing gang dies, right?
He did.
Why would we be continuing that narrative and pushing what we already know is a failing culture?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yes, that's
He's
a failing
He's
culture.
a
So look, what I'm
And
businessman.
we're
saying is
supposed
you
to
have
be
to
pushing positivity